Zachary, Liberty Troll Kueker and Randall S. the Unhinged Attorney Newman, Esquire, returned to the top of the news on Tuesday with a joint case management filing in their case against attorney Robert Allen Reed and YouTuber Frauditor Roundup. Attorney Reed gained fame within the First Amendment auditing community in 2022 during the period of time that Jose Chili de Castro was issuing DMCA takedown notices to any and all channels that used portions of his videos. De Castro had successfully temporarily taken down sites belonging to YouTubers Glober Mom and John Irish Demon O'Day, but was also allegedly threatening to take the mailing addresses provided in the DMCA counter notifications in order to dox his enemies. When De Castro carried through with his doxing of YouTuber Glober Mom, Reed's services came to light and were widely distributed throughout the First Amendment auditing community. Reed essentially ran a website where, for a small fee, he allowed users to use the mailing address of his law office on their DMCA counter notices in the agreement that all legal service would be accepted at the office. For a larger fee, Reed would file a generic response as the DMCA counterclaim, making it clear that he did not review the content or act as the respondent's official attorney, along with the use of his law office for service of any legal service. As De Castro's threats continued for months, multiple YouTube personalities took advantage of Reed's services and were able to successfully challenge De Castro's DMCA claims, as he did not follow up with direct lawsuits against them. Instead, unsuccessfully arguing that all of his claims were represented in his then ongoing litigation against YouTube itself. When De Castro's threats ended after he was suspended from Twitter for doxing in early 2023, Reed's services became all but forgotten, his name only resurfacing in mid-2025 as Newman began filing lawsuits on behalf of his many clients in the First Amendment auditing community. In the joint statement, Newman contended that in April 2025, defendant Frauditor Roundup received a DMCA takedown notice from plaintiff Kueker. He used Reed's service to file a generic DMCA counternotice that claimed that the entirety of the video was de facto fair use. It was later revealed that Reed was not representing Frauditor Roundup, but was indeed running the previously described DMCA counter notification service. As Reed filed the claim on behalf of Frauditor Roundup, he took responsibility for ownership of Frauditor Roundup's content and YouTube channel. Reed claims that because his own submission on behalf of Frauditor Roundup was rejected by YouTube, who later accepted the same submission as later refiled by Frauditor Roundup, and that he was acting in good faith in his attempt at filing. It is noted by Reed that his law practice, including the service to provide DMCA counter notices, has recently closed. The outstanding legal issues outlined in the statement were as follows. 1. Whether the Frauditor Roundup channel's use of plaintiff's copyrighted video content constitutes fair use under 17 U.S.C. Section 107. 2. Whether defendants' DMCA counter-notifications contained material misrepresentations in violation of 17 U.S.C. Section 512F. 3. Whether Reed's operation of a counter mill was violation of 17 U.S.C. Sections 512F and G. 4, whether plaintiff is entitled to damages, injunctive relief, or attorney's fees under the Copyright Act or the DMCA. And 5, whether Google, as proprietor of YouTube, is the appropriate party for plaintiffs seeking of declaratory and/or injunctive relief under the Code. If the sides do not settle before going to trial, the proposed one-day bench trial will be held in March of 2027. The next update in this lawsuit will come on November 18th, 2025, when both sides appear via video conference with Judge Susan Van Keulen.